before we get started, I'd like to give a quick shout out to my friends over at Outdoor Trade. If you need anything Yeti, these guys have it. Yeti cups, Yeti accessories, t-shirts, caps, backpacks, lunch bags, coolers, pocket knives, key ring, pepper sprays, and so much more. And if they don't have it, trust me, they'll be more than glad to order it for you guys. Again, that is Outdoor Trade, located at 5001 East Expressway 83, Suite 650B. That's going to be at Mercedes, Texas, over at the Rio Grande Valley Premier Outlets. Again, Outdoor Trade. You need anything Yeti? These guys have it. For more information, link will be in the description down below to their Facebook page.
Pool! Now I'm pissed! Becky! Open the window! Raleigh! It's not over yet!
Again.
A few more beats. You won't get away. Well, at least this makes it easier to shoot.
You little bitch! You die!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0!
No!
Thanks. Nice catching. What? Are you totally crazy?
Alrighty, the first clip you guys just saw was from Gunsmith Cats. Have you guys ever seen Gunsmith Cats before?
I have not.
No, I mean, as I mentioned before, it was, I just watched it as an AMV, or animated music video. But,
I know.
but that's about it. I mean, I've never seen it.
Oh, definitely, man. You just showed me it, and it's, what was the name of the song again?
It was, I believe it was Kickstart My Heart.
Kickstart My Heart, that's right, dude. I remember seeing that back in high school. I was just telling these guys, my first year as a freshman when YouTube was barely starting. Yes, I am that old. But more on that later. First, let's go ahead and introduce yourselves. So go ahead, guys.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Carlos.
Hey there, I'm Rick.
Yeah, and these guys have been friends with me for a long time. My God.
Since high school.
Since fucking high school, dude.
Since high school.
What was that? Sophomore year.
Sophomore year, when I first moved over here.
I was a freshman, yeah.
I know, dude.
Oh, and then this guy came in.
Oh, these guys were seniors, and I was just a freshman, a little fish.
Little fish, little aguacate.
Yeah.
That's another thing. The reason we called it Green Craze is because basically we were all in JROTC. I actually graduated as a captain myself. I was also the captain of the armed drill team. During that time, we really didn't have the armed drill team. Remember that time, Rick?
Oh, yeah. We kept going through different instructors. Yeah. Well, I mean, for the armed drill team.
I know, man. And I was our instructor for a good 3 years. So from there, David took over. David's also going to be here on the show on another take. Unfortunately, the poor guy, he is currently working. But we'll go ahead and introduce him on a later date. Alrighty, guys. So, go ahead and tell me, what was your first anime?
Well, for me, my first anime, I'm not too sure if it's, I guess you can say, typical for a lot of the, the millennials. For me, it was Pokemon.
Yep, mine was Pokemon too.
Pokemon too?
Yeah, it was Pokemon. And, man, honestly, I cannot recall as far as like my recollection when I got first introduced. I mean, I was just a little kid. I want to say like 6, 7 years old, and pretty much had a bunch of VHSs, so all this like season 1 and all, like pretty much all the episodes there on VHS. But as far as like, I don't know, like I don't remember. All I just remember is that we had a whole wall full of VHSs, and I had a bunch of episodes, and I would just binge watch them a lot when I was a kid. And that's about it. I mean, that's pretty much how I got introduced as far as Pokemon. I think the way I remember it is that my cousins were really big Pokemon fans, and they were living next door pretty much as neighbors at the time before they moved out sometime, like I want to say 5 years later. And at the time, like, I got so hooked, I watched a bunch of anime with them and also played Pokemon. But I think that's my earliest memory from that, as far as that. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much Pokemon, and I enjoyed it ever since when I was a kid, as far as I remember. But as far as like realizing it's an anime, I didn't even know it was an anime. When I was a kid, I didn't think it was an anime. I thought it was just a cartoon. That's it. And I was just, like I said, just watching VHS the whole time.
I know what you mean, man. I used to collect the same thing. I think I only had, if I can remember the freaking titles, what was it? One of them was with Charizard. I can't remember.
Versus Magmar? Or?
No, it was the one when Ash first meets Charizard and he
Oh, with the Aerodactyl.
Yes, with the Aerodactyl. There you go.
I don't remember what it's called. Evolves.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember
he
that
gets so
episode.
upset that he evolves and he goes chasing after them.
Exactly, man. Oh, I believe you still had the VHS, no? But you got rid of them?
I have it. No, I have them all. I actually.
Oh, you still have them?
I think the first VHS I had from Pokemon was the Great Race.
Oh, the Great Race. With the what was it? The Dodrio?
Yeah, the Dojo and the Ponyta.
Ponyta. That's right. Yes.
It's a really dope episode.
Yeah, that's the first one that I got. I got it in it came in a pack. It was like the VHS, and then surrounded by that, there's like cards. So it's like in a case. It was pretty cool. I got it for my birthday when I was a kid.
No kidding, man. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it was bootleg though. I mean the
bootleg.
the VHS was legit, but the cards I remember like 2 packs were different languages. I think they were in French or something.
Oh wow, man! You remember how in order to make sure that it wasn't fake, they had to like face it towards the freaking light or the sun, and
Dude, I was just
if it had the words in the back.
I mean, I was a kid. I was really excited for the VHS, and then for it to come with cards in like in a whole. I mean, it came in like the way the TCG comes in nowadays in the big box. But yeah, some of the packages were different languages. So I don't know what was up with that. My uncle got it for me, so I don't know if he got it at the flea market or what, but it was pretty cool. I didn't care. I was happy.
No kidding, man.
Yeah.
And when did you guys realize that it was an anime, or you just thought it was a cartoon?
I mean,
you said you thought it was a cartoon at the time.
Yeah, I mean, like as a kid, I mean, I didn't think too much of it. I was just like, oh, it's just pretty cool pictures, a lot of cool stuff in there, and being shown in Pokemon. And I think sometime, like, I want to say when I was 14, 15, that's when I said to myself, I realized, oh, it's an anime. It's an anime. But there's a lot of controversy, like, oh, Pokemon's not an anime, not a legit anime, because a lot of, I guess, like, anime like is being produced in Japan and like saying, oh, this is true to heart anime. This is like
it's an anime.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's an anime. Like, who cares? I mean, like, it's not like I don't know. I mean. And for me, it doesn't matter. I mean, to me personally, like I said, it's an anime. I loved them as a kid. It's very popular. Especially, it's like I would say I think it's Japan's like Pikachu's like Japan's mascot or something like that.
Oh yeah.
So for sure, yeah.
So I don't know, but like when I was a kid, I just got hooked, and I would pretty much I was so hooked to the point where like, okay, here's the new movie Pokemon 2000, and then from there it moved on from like. What was it? I think it was Latios and Latias, and then Celebi. I just kept watching them, so it's pretty cool. But I always considered it to be an anime.
Speaking of Pokemon 2000, have you guys ever saw it in freaking theaters when it first came out? Then they were giving away special Lugia
my
cards.
My rich cousins did, and I mean, once he grew out of the phase, then I ended up getting the cards that
Oh,
we got over there. But
freaking lucky, man.
I never saw. I saw it on VHS. I think from renting it out at Top Video.
Yeah, same way, man. I had to rent it at Top Video in order to see it.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was still like a little kid, like 10, like 9. I
9.
wish I didn't even know that it was.
I was in kindergarten when
Yeah.
that came out, bro.
I know. Yeah,
I was like 5 or 6.
yeah. Oh, there he goes. I mean, I was way younger than him.
Like,
It came out
he
what,
must
like-
have been like 4 or 3.
Yeah.
I think it came out like in almost November,
the-
December. I remember it was freaking cold when it freaking came out.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah, it was cloudy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's no way.
Okay. Well, I guess I mean I knew it was different. Once I realized like, oh hey, this is like the same art style as Yu-Gi-Oh and Digimon. I realized, okay, well, I mean it's a cartoon. I thought at the time, but I knew there's something different about the shows. And then as I got older, watching Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, I realized, okay, well, these are obviously different. I just didn't have a name for what anime was at the time. It wasn't until summer. There was like a summer night when I had family coming over, and I guess they were sleeping over, and we were watching a movie on Stars, and I think Girl on Logon was on actually.
Damn, that is old.
Yeah, Girl on Logon. Me and my cousin were staying up. We were watching a movie, and after we finished, Girl on Logon came on, and I guess my uncle, he had just came out of the shower or something, and we were entranced. Like we couldn't keep our eyes off the show, and I guess once it was over, he asked us like, hey, what anime was that? And that's when it finally clicked, like, oh, okay, so this style of show is called anime. I mean, later on I found out, okay, well, it comes from Japan, right? But yeah, little did we know that big titted red hair girl is going to be the cause of our crippling depression and hentai addiction. But the next day, funnily enough, he busted out a movie that was called Steam Boy.
Oh, Steam Boy. Heck yeah.
And that's when I guess we realized, okay, that these shows were anime. So I guess that's the first show I saw that, or the first movie I saw that was like, okay, this is anime.
No kidding, man. Actually, speaking of Sailor Moon, going back, that's actually my very first anime.
Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon was actually my very first anime, and not for the reasons that everybody would think. Like, oh, it's for girls, whatnot. No, I actually enjoyed watching it because of Tuxedo Mask.
Oh, nice.
He was a man's man. Man, that guy, I don't know what about him that I just enjoyed. I actually, every time the music would start, which is another thing most people don't know, it actually came out on NBC when I was a kid. Yeah, on freaking antenna.
Wow.
I mean, you had to run from elementary school.
I remember that. Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Like, my cousin would watch it at my grandpa's house. Oh, here actually, and we would watch it together. And then after that was done, like Dragon Ball Z was my shit, so we'd watch that.
Oh, definitely, man. I still remember having to run from my elementary school. At the time, I actually lived like about not even a block away from my elementary school, and I just came home running. I had to run because I had to see Sailor Moon, the freaking theme song, before it disappears. Because once that theme song is gone, it's like, damn it.
Yeah.
And never heard anything like it before. I mean, I used to act like Tuxedo Mask, and that's the hilarious part.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we all went through that.
We went through that.
We all did the Naruto run.
That is bad as me, man, dude.
Man.
Oh, I did the freaking Dragon Ball Goku when he would run with his hands behind his back, dude. I did that in track in front of hundreds of people in the stadium. I still can't live that down. Whenever I talk to my coach from back then in middle school, he still brings that shit up, dude.
Wow. Well, I mean, we've all been there.
Yeah, I mean, we've all been there. I mean, I have a friend who was in elementary school who would think he's Sonic, and he would run like Sonic.
Oh my god.
and he would just pretty much like run like with his arms back, say, "Oh, if you run like this, you go faster." And
that's the same excuse people who run like Naruto.
Yeah, so like
use.
it's like no, we all gone through that phase. I mean, even when
the weeb phase, the heavy weeb phase.
Oh,
yeah,
that wasn't until a lot later.
But yeah, I mean, we're all kids, so it's like, you know, if you're not having fun, then you're doing something wrong, you know, as a kid.
Exactly.
But
Man.
I mean, when I was a kid, like I would pretend I was catch them, and like I would have like these plastic Pokeballs and just throw them on the floor, try to catch them.
Yeah, I used to do that too.
Yeah, and I mean, we all have those.
It made you play outside.
Yep.
Oh, definitely, man. Actually, speaking of that, I used to throw these little grape things that my grandparents used to have, and I used to pretend that they were Pokeballs. I would throw them at my brother.
Wow. Not an animal set.
No. He's gonna freaking kill me. But yeah, actually, yeah, Sailor Moon was my first one. After that, and yeah, like you guys also, I didn't realize that it was anime at all. I thought it was just a cartoon at the time. I mean, it was something that would came on before Sabrina.
Yeah.
And then there's the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah, Cartoon Network, and then it went on to Kids WB.
Yeah, WB.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, different networks had their different anime shows. So like Cartoon Network had Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, and then that went obviously to Kids WB, and then I think Disney had Digimon. I think the only one that didn't have anime was Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon, yeah, they're the only ones who never had any anime.
Oh, they had their powerhouse of cartoons, so they were pretty set.
I mean, I thought when I was a kid, I thought Avatar was their anime, but I think that's a different. That's a different. Yeah,
anime
that's
inspired.
a different thing.
That's what I like about Avatar. They actually admit.
Solid show though.
Heck yeah, they admit that that's anime inspired. Unlike Ruby, who most people say it's an anime, it is not. I am here to clarify: Ruby is not a freaking anime. It is a cartoon. That shit was made here in Texas, for God's sakes.
And well, it's. I mean, now it's going to Japan.
Now it's actually going to Japan.
I mean, it comes full circle. But it took long enough, I guess.
Heck yeah, man. I don't know. I don't see the appeal to Ruby. Honestly, I know there's gonna be a whole bunch of people out there who are gonna hate me for that, but I don't see the appeal in Ruby, honestly.
A little bit. So after what? So Naruto. No, we'll get into that later. Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon. That was on what, Cartoon Network?
Yeah, actually, yes, it was on Cartoon Network.
And a little bit after that, Toonami started coming out with like big hits like Yu-Gi-Oh! Hakusho, Rurouni Kenshin, Gundam, Cardcaptor Sakura. And I think that's when I realized, okay, this is not cartoons. This is way better than cartoons.
Oh, definitely, man.
Everything's so better animated.
Oh, yeah,
Everything
definitely.
looks more humanoid.
Right, and there's a lot of story to it too.
All the girls are hot.
That too.
Yeah, that too. Actually, the way I got introduced to Dragon Ball wasn't an English version, dude. It was actually on Spanish television. I was actually talking to Carlos about that earlier.
Same.
That the way I got introduced to Dragon Ball Z was Dragon Ball Zeta.
Wow.
After that, they would show Ranma 1.5 in Spanish as well, and then Shin-chan in Spanish.
Wow.
Mire mi pompas. But that's how I got introduced into most of the anime, which was just Antenna. It wasn't until later where they started showing, Fox Kids, where they started showing, what was it, Monster Rancher?
Oh, Monster Rancher.
Monster Rancher, yeah.
They did Digimon, Monster Rancher, and
Digimon, Monster Rancher, damn.
I think that's all they had. I can't think of another one off the top of my head.
Not right now, dude. I need to look that up. There's so many. But there was a time where I had to fight between Kids WB and Fox Kids because they would come on the same time on fucking Saturday
mornings. Yeah,
exactly. You had to choose between Digimon and Pokemon.
Yeah,
which one did you want to see?
You had to fucking pledge your allegiance. What kind of kid were you?
Exactly, dude. What kind of kid was I, man? It was honestly 50-50.
Yeah. If it was like an episode of Pokemon I'd already seen, I'd switch it to Digimon.
Exactly, yes. It would just switch back on the television.
Yeah.
No remote, just the dial.
Yeah. I mean, at the time, I'd watch the shows just as they came on, but I think the first anime that really wanted me to like keep watching anime was Naruto. Like if I missed an episode, I had to record that shit.
Damn.
To find out what happens next, and then after that, I think the first anime I sought out and like knew it was actual anime was Girls Bravo. You remember
Oh yeah, it's Girls Bravo, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
same.
I think I searched up anime on like what was it? Some anime site, and it was like one of the first ones that popped up. And well, I mean, the cover. How could you say no to that cover, dude?
Yeah, a guy surrounded by multiple girls. Yeah, there's no way to say no.
She's there in her bikini with her boobs out. I mean, come on.
There's no way you
And
can say no to that.
After that, I was hooked. I started binging, but whatever I could find, I'd start binging it.
Damn. What about you, Host?
As far as what?
Kids WB and Fox Kids.
Well, I mean, like I mentioned, I mean, I was more into, like, at the time in my childhood, I was just more into Pokemon. I didn't watch Digimon. I would see it, but like, I was to myself, you know what? I mean, I'm too much interested in Pokemon.
Yeah, I think also like Kids WB had more bangers of shows than Fox Kids. I like Fox Kids, but Kids WB had what was it? Jackie Chan Adventures.
Oh yeah.
Shaolin Showdown.
Yep.
What
And
else?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh was a big one. Dark Magician Girl, where you at?
Oh damn.
Yeah, so it's crazy. I mean, of course, like right now, I'm not really. I'm an anime peasant or pleb or just basic, you know. Like I'm not devoted as you two, but I still respect the craft regardless. You know, I'm still open to any animes that these guys suggest. You know, and I give it a go.
Nick's hardcore.
Oh yeah,
I mean, like
yeah.
I stopped like religiously watching every week around what was it 2015 2016, around the time that Funimation started going woke with their dubs is around the time I was like, oh, I was put off by that, so I started watching subs, and after that, I just couldn't keep up because work, life, all that.
I still do it, man. Even when I'm usually at work on my lunchtime, I usually watch anime regardless.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I tried every once in a while, and I kept up with it until around Kiss Anime shut down for good, and after that, I think I dropped out.
Yeah, I remember, man. And you were very busy during that time, and then I would constantly ask you, "Have you seen this? Have you seen this?" And you haven't. Speaking of haven't seen anything, I wanted to tell you because I told Carlos they're actually doing Shield Hero Season 2 already, dude. That's gonna come out April 6th.
You know, I have some manga of that, and I have not read it. No, they're novels, I think, and I have not read them.
You have not read them?
I have not read them. They're there in the room, but I haven't gotten to it.
And that's because you have the entire collection of Vinland.
Vinland Saga, that's my jam.
Mm-hmm. I remember you said that you would listen to Viking music while you were reading that.
It really immerses you. I forgot the name of the YouTube channel. I think it's Daneham, something like that. It's really good.
Heck yeah, man.
Especially if you read that series, for sure.
Oh, I hope they make another Vinland Saga.
I think season 2 is greenlit.
Oh, yeah?
I think, well, that's what one of my coworkers told me. So it's only a matter of time.
Oh, definitely, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but going back to what Rick had mentioned as far as knowing when it was an anime, when I was like, I want to say 13, 14, you start to notice a really, I guess the difference between an anime and a cartoon, because in an anime you see more of a contrast design and you see more of like different visuals, and I told myself, you know what, I think it's not a cartoon.
I think for me it was the eyes.
That too, the eyes. The eyes is a dead giveaway. Yeah, it's a dead giveaway for that. I mean, when I was a kid, I also not only did I watch Pokemon, but I also saw some really nice animations. As far as like I want to say my first animation I saw was Castle in the Sky. No, not Castle in the Sky. My bad. Kiki's Delivery Service.
Oh, Kiki's Delivery Service. Yes,
I love that, and I was watch it again and again and again, and you know it's very interesting. And then from there, it went from Pokemon and then watching different movies. And then it was, I believe it was Dragon Ball Z. And as Nick mentioned, I didn't watch it until it was Channel 4, Canal 4. I don't remember the channel, but they would show it in the afternoons. And it always be episodic. So, like, if I miss one day, I'll be pissed because, like, damn, like, I wanted to watch it. I missed that one day, and now I don't know what the hell happened after that.
Exactly, man.
So, like, for me, I remember this one time, I think it was Frieza that kills Krillin, like, blows him up, and I'm like, crap, like I see it, and then next episode I missed out. Like, I don't know what else happened there. So, it screwed everything over. It screwed everything up. And then I would watch Yu-Gi-Oh on Cartoon Network, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And so I don't know. I thought it was really interesting. And then when Cartoon Network, when they introduced One Piece, I was like, you know what? I want to dedicate myself to One Piece. Well, speaking to this day, they're still releasing new episodes, which is insane. So I feel like it's one of the longest running animes ever. So of course I'm not.
Oh, it is.
I'm not following that.
Very longest running freaking anime I've ever seen, dude. I think it's already episode freaking 2000.
I have no idea.
I have been going on for a long time.
Yeah. No, but I mean, going back to and that's when I realized around that time when I was like a teen that animes and cartoons are two different things. I respect the craft, and nowadays you see more anime going towards like story driven. And I think that's pretty cool. But also more of like the what if scenarios. It kind of makes you think. So, but I it's so far right now. Like I still like a lot of anime, but I just respect the craft. I guess you can say I'm more of an average viewer. But
definitely.
But still an open-minded average viewer.
Yeah. Back to that. Yes, I am. I do religiously watch anime and constantly. I mean, for God's sakes, my own coworkers call me the anime librarian because they could just describe a single anime to me and right away I already know. Oh, okay, it's gonna be Naruto. Oh, okay, it's Dragon Ball, or even the most obscure, like Gunsmith Cats that we just showed the clip earlier. Actually, coming back to that as well, Gunsmith Cats. That is actually when I realized that I was watching anime. They used to show that on Encore. I don't know if you guys remember that channel Encore that was on satellite.
I mean, it was a long time ago.
Oh,
yeah. I think we only watched it for movies.
That's it? Movies?
Yeah, movies.
No, I definitely did. I used to watch it on that because our show was actually named after that. It was Encore Action. They had a lineup called AniMidnight. And every Friday, I would sleep over at my grandparents' dude. I slept over at my grandparents' up until I graduated. Every Friday, every Saturday, because Friday I had to see AniMidnight, and Saturday I had to see Toonami and Adult Swim, which I enjoyed all the time. And Gunsmith Cats was one of the ones where I actually realized I was watching anime because it was an adult anime. I mean, it was one of those hardcore ones. I never knew that anime could be that complicated, and I really enjoyed watching that kind of anime. And from there, it just... I mean, I got introduced to even worse stuff. Stuff I had to, watch there by myself at times because it would be like late at night. I want to say AniMidnight was about 1 o'clock in the morning. I would still be up, which my grandmother didn't mind.
Wow.
Yeah, 1 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I wouldn't go to sleep until 5 a.m. the next day, and that was for Adult Swim. For Yo-Yo Hakusho, Cowboy Bebop. Oh, man. Inuyasha.
Cowboy, you said Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, I said Cowboy Bebop for sure.
Gundam.
Oh, yes. Gundam.
It wasn't until a little bit later that they started showing like Prince of Tennis, Dragon Ball Z, GT, I think, and what was the other one called? Mare, yes, M-A-R, Mare, and the guy, the kid with the chain, hammer, the face or something like that.
Yeah. Mustache.
The really hot witch.
Really hot witch.
But it's weird because he fucking, what was it? Batman? Was Batman part of the lineup?
Yeah, Batman was part of the lineup. Batman, the animated series.
The animated series, because they would show some of the movies around the same time too. Like I thought I'd be getting a Ghibli film, Studio Ghibli film, man, it was Batman. Not that I minded or anything, but I was like, wow, okay, is this anime? What the fuck is this?
I know
No, it's not.
Toonami would be random that way, man. Especially with their shows. I guess I don't know. I guess they didn't know what to run at the time
Probably. I mean,
because they did.
they just wanted
yeah.
to fill in their spots.
Yeah, because they ran Batman the animated series, Samurai Jack as well.
Yeah,
they
Samurai
ran.
Jack, yeah, I remember that.
I mean, that for a little while, actually, I thought Samurai Jack was an anime until I realized it was actually a cartoon.
I blame you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a swordsman, Japanese swordsman. So
Exactly, man. I remember playing the video game Samurai Jack on the computer too.
oh yeah, they had some really good flash games.
Mm-hmm. So, what kind of anime do you guys recommend for first timers? Because that's also another thing which I also do not like. There's people who would ask other people for anime suggestions, and they always give them like Attack on Titan or something really violent, real grotesque for a newbie, which pisses me off to no freaking end because you're trying to get a person into it, and then you just fuck it up for them. Come on.
It's mainly for that catch, the reel you in type of aspect of it, I guess, because it's a lot of action and gore. I guess my anime recommendation would be Kino's Journey. Yeah. let's go with
Kino's
that
Journey,
one.
yes.
Yeah, it's psychological, not horror or anything. It's slice of life, but it really makes you think about life, about like different situations, how to handle those situations, and just appreciate the moment and your journey through life. Really, I really liked it. I mean, I'd recommend that.
Nicholas, since you are the odd man out, I know that because you haven't really watched anime as religiously as me and Rick.
Right.
So,
I mean, honestly, when it comes to anime for first timers, speaking for myself, since I'm just the average, I guess viewer, I recommend a short, I guess like a season 1 kind of anime, for that matter. I usually tend to fall into the mainstream animes. Like for now, like the ones that are trending are Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen. When else? My Hero Academia, which is one of my favorite animes because it's very story driven, and it does have like a sense of like an inspiration. Like, hey, you know what? Like, you want to be a hero, which is something that I resonate with. So like that's the reason why I like the My Hero Academia. So yeah, if anything, I recommend My Hero Academia. I mean, Demon Slayer is a very good anime visual wise and also story. It kind of keeps you thinking. But as far as like short animes, I mean I can list some, but they're very they're very gory, and so it's like if it's a first time ever, like we're talking about like an anime virgin, you don't want to recommend those things like that because in the end of the day you're just gonna drive out that person like who's interested in going to an anime. You just want to ease them into it. And that's the way I would think. I mean I guess like if anything maybe. Pokemon, was it Indigo League? The season 1 basically because it goes
Totally
from
agree,
yeah,
by the way.
yeah. It's
The writing in that is fucking god tier.
yeah. It's hilarious.
Savage.
Like yeah,
They are savage to each other.
exactly. Like you get it's very. I love it because of course. I mean, I'm not saying it because like I have a sense of nostalgia. It's not that. It's not that because I have recently watched it. Back when I got COVID, say about a month ago, I had nothing to do, so I binge watched season 1, just for old time's sake. And actually, a lot of the jokes that are shown there and
The writing is gold.
it's gold. It's
so
it
good.
aged so well, and it's like wow, like as a kid, like I didn't think it was that. Like I mean, it was funny
I didn't appreciate it enough.
yeah, but now that you see it as you're older, like
You're
wow,
like, wow,
you
yeah.
understand the jokes a lot more. So it's
Holy crap! Did they really go there?
yeah. So you get a sense of like a story, a humor, and a little bit of life lessons there too. So it's I recommend it. Season 1.
It's a good all around. I'd say.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to continue watching like the newer You know,
I certainly haven't. Yeah, if I do go back to that, it's definitely season 1.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to watch them because like each one have like I mean, in a way it continues, but each season I believe has like a different story to them. I mean, it's essentially the same thing. You know, boy goes from gets out from his home, goes on an adventure, tries to be the best Pokemon trainer he can be, and I mean that's about it. So
it's such a shame though that the writing did not continue on with the series. The writers at the time, they didn't keep up with the jokes, the savageness, and I mean for me, after Johto, it just kind of died down.
Exactly, yeah.
They toned it down a bit, and for me, like, it kind of killed it for me because it really caught my interest. You know, the jokes.
Right.
Some of the things I still say, actually.
Some of the things you still say.
Yeah.
The comebacks are so good.
That's pretty much my recommendation as far as first timers go, is just to watch season 1 of Pokemon, and then from there just go wherever you whatever catches your eye as far as like genre wise, whether action or mystery or whatever.
Oh, definitely, man. Alrighty, guys. It is great hanging out with you guys as usual. You think you guys will be available for episode 2? What do you think?
I think so, as long as none of us move.
True.
Or even then we could do it on Skype.
Oh, definitely, man.
But yeah, I mean, I'm down.
Yeah, I'm down too.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, to the audience here, whoever's listening, please comment down below. Tell us about your first anime, and I'll make sure to get back to you for sure. The same way that these guys described it. What was your first anime? When did you realize it was anime? And how did you get introduced into anime? And, of course, where did you first watch it? This is AniMidnight. See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.